versus the Munchkin Muffins. So we have Sovereign versus Cat Cafe.
Should be
coming
a
down
blast.
here. Alrighty, we got our players loading up here. We got a first kickoff of the series, and it's going to go in favor of the Sovereign. The Samurai coming out and winning the kickoff. Sleepy is now up. Sleepy's going to be able to try to make a tactical whiff here. Godfather Fig leaving it for Jirda. Jirda putting it into the corner. Trying to make some sort of play here, possessionally in his own half, but gets demoed by Turbo Alpaca. Burke now sending it back into the defensive area as a double commit comes from the Munchkin Muffins here. It's going to go down off the crossbar, off the own goal by Jirda. Unfortunate for him, but Burke's able to put this one away for a little bit of a delayed touch here, as it was an own goal, but shake out the nerves. Nothing too worrisome here yet.
Yeah, you hate to see it, but I mean, this first game is that establishing game of like what can we get away with and what can the other team accomplish on the field. So I expect a lot of wonky goals this game, just for some feelers, you know?
Exactly, but bang! A massive goal here coming from Turbo Alpaca, as he says we can score without them helping us here. A great pass by Sleepsy, and Alpaca is just able to slot this away in the bottom right corner, as there is no defender there from the Munchkin Muffins is able to stop that goal.
Yeah, it seems they got caught up on each other there in their own third, and Turbo Alpaca took advantage of it and had really nice placement.
Definitely great shot placement there from the orange player there, as we got a lot of offense coming early here from Jirda, but nothing comes of it as it is turned away from the orange defensive area. Sleepsy now with the ball up the wall. He's going to be challenged by Godfather Fig. It's going to go now Jirda. Sleepsy back in the 50. A little bit of weird action here in the corner. Byers is able to clear that one out in the way. Jirda's there to meet it. Jirda's making a great offensive pressuring push here, as they're going to put it back to the corner now. We got 4 players in one corner. As a breakaway happens now for Sleepsy, he's looking for the pass. Nobody is there to beat it. Burke now taking possession of the ball here, but goes off the back wall. Turbo Alpaca trying to get a shot, but Jirda clears it away. Jirda tries to beat the last defender. He does. He's got an open end. He can pass off. The pass is there. Byers puts on a shot, but Burke makes a save. Jirda now trying to make another touch here, but sends it back his way. And another shot comes on by Sleepsy, and it's in. 3 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock, and the Samurai have 3 goals.
Seems like the Munchkin Muffins were just not ready for that pass back from, I think that was Jirda, who was trying to get it back to Godfather Fig, but he just was not prepared for it, and Sleepsy comes through and takes complete advantage of that little bit of disruption and scores.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of back and forth in between these two teams, and reasonably so, right? Because this is game 1 of 7, so you are just kind of feeling yourselves out. You're kind of feeling out the opponents and seeing what they can throw at you. And a lot of ping pong going in there, very little possessional play, but I mean, that's to be expected. You know, there's so much time left in the game, and there's so many more games to be played. So you can afford to let little things like that slide here, especially starting off with an own goal. You know, nobody really likes to see that, but I don't think that that's anything to mount any sort of pressure, any sort of momentum building in favor of.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, especially with the Samurai coming in so hot here, next game, Munchkin Muffins probably either they just try to get some consolation goals this game if they can't, you know, catch up, or just anything to get the momentum back in their favor.
Yeah, as the Samurai do have a lot of offensive pressure throughout this entire first half of the game. The Munchkin Muffins just seem to be playing on their heels, playing a little bit more slower than they're normally used to be playing. But keep in mind, these are both finalist teams for the Contender tiers, so they do have a little bit of tricks up their sleeve, I'm assuming, as a great pass comes in, but nothing comes of it. But yeah, you can definitely expect to see some pop-off moments here from these players. Jirda definitely was one of the players that we were talking about, so a little bit unfortunate that he was on the opposite end of the own goal, but I don't expect anything to come of it, like I had said. And he's trying to make an offensive push here as the shot goes just wide and it goes across the net. Nobody's able to slot that one away. Godfather Fig now trying to make a pressure touch, or trying to make a clearing touch. He does. It gets around 1, but Jirda is met with 50. Byers now clearing it away. Big clear from him. Byers now following it up. Gonna get a pass off here. Godfather Fig is waiting for it, but Sleepsy breaks it up. Sleepsy now over to the wall with it. He's going to be going off of the wall with it. Great mechanical ability in the air as he's able to maintain a relatively good possession of that ball. But another shot comes on by Sleepsy as Byers saves it. It's going to go back out towards the goal line. And really just now you see that the teams have settled in. It's a little bit more like, okay, cool, we've made it. Let's relax and play our style of Rocket League, you know?
Yeah, it seems like everyone's starting to get seated, and the nerves are starting to go away. Everyone's starting to, especially with Jerda right here with that shot going right through the defense. But the nerves are starting to fade, and everybody's starting to finally settle in to see, okay, this player is good at this, and we can get away with this on their defense, and um, a lot of goals should be coming from the Munchkin Muffins now that they got one back.
Yep, Munchkin Muffins definitely seemed a little bit more zoned in here in the second half of the first game, as they do put a goal away. I believe that was Jerda off of the pass of Godfather Fig. So now that you see a little bit more offensive side to them, I'm curious to see how this shapes up as the rest of this game plays out and going forward into the series.
Yeah, this series should be pretty good. I am curious, though, how well the Samurai can keep up their possession plays that they've been doing. And as I was about to compliment them, I accidentally caster cursed them, because Virus just sends one underneath the defense and scores, bringing them back to a one-goal game.
Yep, 1 goal deficit with 34 seconds left to play. This is anybody's ball game still. You know, you could still tie it up if you're on the Munchkin Muffins. You just got to be able to execute. As Jirda is able to get a great 50 in his own defensive end, but it's sent back the way of the Munchkin Muffins by the Samurai player. Off the back wall is Fires now. Godfather Fig is going to follow it up. He's going to put it off the corner. It's going to bounce towards the goal line, but Turbo Palga will be able to get it out of his end. Now Burke with a great clears. There is no defender there for it, or no third man there for it. And it's just going to be lulled in the corner. Fires trying to make a play happen, doesn't. Father Fig now tries to pick up that play, as this is going to be their last counter attack. As it's wide open for Jerda. Great pass by Godfather Fig, and that's going to take us into overtime, as we are tied at 3 now.
Game 1, overtime, last second goal. There's still one on the clock. Maybe a kickoff goal happens. Unlikely, but hey, you know, crazier things have happened in finals.
1 second on the clock now for the kickoff, and it is just going to die right there at the midfield. Unfortunate, but we do have overtime number 1 underway, as it is 3-3. It's anybody's ball game.
Yeah, who do you think's gonna take it? Just with zero influence from the previous 5 minutes.
No influence right out of the gates. The Samurai definitely have a lot of pressure. I don't think that I'm really able to say anything other than that, as a shot opportunity comes from Sleepsy. Sleepsy put it wide. But Samurai, a lot of offensive pressure here. So I'm not going to say they're going to take it, but a great bump there. And a fantastic play there by Burke. And they make me eat my words, as they do put away this overtime win. 4-3 is your scoreline. 30 seconds of OT. And Burke says, you know what, Lo-Fi, give us a break. You know, we had control the first half of the game. Yeah, we slipped up here or there. They got ahead of us a little bit, but you know, we get back into things, and we're going to show you that we're still one of the better teams. And they take it game 1.
Yeah, that was a really impressive bump play. I think that was Turbo Alpaca. He came through and he bumped Godfather Fig, and Burke, recognizing that play, he came through and he sunk the final goal to take game 1. That if we see more of that, I'm excited to see how this series plays out.
Yeah, I mean, looking back at the stats lines, you know, no team really seemed to be outmanned when it came to just a pure battle of attrition there. You know, you saw Cat Cafe coming in the end and really showing that, hey, we belong here and we're not going to be shut out 3-0 or 4-0 or whatever going into game 1. So kudos to them for not giving up. Kudos to Jerda. Jerda had 2 goals and 1 assist in that game. So you love to see it. You love to see that sort of gameplay here at the lower tier, and I'm expecting nothing but the best coming forward into game 2.
Oh yeah, I mean, it takes a certain level of mental like fortitude to, you know, say, hey, we're down by 3, but you know, we're gonna make our way back. We're gonna claw our way back. Yeah, they didn't win game 1, but hey, that you can always there's always next game. Obviously until
Yeah,
game point, but you know, good for them.
yeah,
I'm excited to see how they do game 2.
exactly. They showed us a mentality where it's like, yeah, we're gonna be playing to that final buzzer and then some. You know, they're just not willing to give an inch, and you know that's what we're kind of expecting out of finalist teams. Um, so you know, like I said, tip of the cap to them, and we're gonna be slowly loading up into game 2.
And whenever the players are ready,
Yes, players are slowly getting into the game. They're slowly trying to like ease their nerves here, and now we finally have some players loading up. All right, looks like we got the same lines. It looks like we have the Munchkin Muffins putting in Jirda, Virus, Godfather Fig again, and then over there for the Samurai, it is going to be Sleepsy, Turbo Alpaca, and Burke. Kickoff going in the favor of the Samurai. Sleepsy's able to get a 100 boost and able to play some sort of aerial play down to his partner there. Burke's able to come in and make some sort of pressure play as Jirda's able to clear it away to the wall. Jirda now making a solo play, coming on to 2 defenders there for the Samurai. Fire's now up the wall with it. Fire's going to be able to put this towards the middle. The slot shooter is there, but is unable to get it on target, as there is going to be a clear away for the Samurai. Now Godfather Fig trying to put a shot on net. It goes just wide. Nobody's able to be able to finish that. And the Samurai get a great clear out towards the midfield. Burke now trying to meet Friars there with a 50. Jirda and Godfather Fig kind of coming out, seeing who's going to go for that ball. And it is Godfather Fig who's going to be able to take that one and put it down all the way to the left corner. It's Sleepsy now turning it away towards Godfather Fig. Godfather Fig trying to put it back in, but misses. Jirda's able to help him out a little bit. Now Burke putting it back out to Virus. Virus is there. He takes a shot. Shot is wide. It's met by the defender. The defender clears it out. Powerful clear towards the Munchkin Muffins end. And Sleepsy now has the pressure in the corner. You know, this is just another another story of what we're seeing with that back and forth, but lots more pressure coming from both teams because of it.
Yeah, I think Munchkin Muffins have really turned it on this game. I've seen some really great offense from them. They're finally starting to take all those shots at the net, and eventually one of those is going to go in. So I'm excited to see how they continue to pressure the offense.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right in saying that. I think that the Munchkin Muffins have settled in a little bit. You did lose OT #1, but hey, you had 3 consecutive unanswered goals in that after going down 3. So there's something to be said that as a goal opportunity here comes, somebody's able to put away that shot, it just goes wide, and a player's able to make a clear out of it, and banging clear towards the Samurai end as Jirda's going to be able to pass. Pass is good. Virus is there to take a shot, goes up over the backboard. Godfather Fig now gets faked out. Sleepsy takes it underneath of him. Sleepsy passing. Pass is good, but Jirda's there to meet it. And it's just, again, that back and forth pressure is what we're loving to see, as we're seeing bump plays, we're seeing passing plays, we're seeing a lot of more advanced plays in this contender tier that we would have seen, 2, 3, 4 seasons ago.
Yeah, I even think that the comms are better lately. I mean, you can tell that there's very few double commits. People are actually coming to play here, and they are looking for that championship trophy.
Well, yeah, I mean, each team is hungry for it, right? Like, you're not wanting to get, like, hey, yeah, I got to the finals and got second. But, I mean, even though that is a great accomplishment, if you're that close, I want the whole bread and butter. That might be me being selfish, but, I mean, I'm here, I'm fighting for a trophy, I'm going to give it everything I got.
Yeah, I'm only saying that because I do know a couple players who, I mean, they're just here to have fun. What a save, by the way, by Godfather Fig. But like even people that have made it to the finals that are just they're there to have a good time, and they're everybody's drinking or whatever, and but still having a blast, and they're still doing well. But it's great to see, like, there's not very many double commits, and that is usually what plagues these lower tiers, is all of these double commits.
Yep, double commits. There's like the weird plat flips and hitting the noob slayer as you go off the back the back post to your own net. Those things don't seem to be really into play here, as these two teams have got their offense and their defense ironed out, and a little bit of a miscommunication as a double commit there comes for the clear, but nothing comes of it, and Sleepsy's able to go up for it.
Is that a double?
And might be able to make a shot out of it. Doesn't get the double though. The Godfather Fig is able to clear it away over Alpaca. And Burke is now in the corner with it, trying to set up another shot. Just pass after pass after pass. Definitely a great offense mounting from both teams as we are going 0-0 into the last minute of play.
Yeah, this is starting to become stress time, as we see both teams. Nobody's scored yet, but I bet you if somebody scores before the minute is up, there's going to be a bunch of goals. It's just going to be like nothing and then a lot.
I'm hoping so, but at the same time, I love this back and forth. I love the battle of attrition that we're seeing. We are in the last 30 seconds of this game at this point, so it's really going to boil down to great save there from Byers, a heroic save by his point. You need that one. if you are on the Munchkin Muffins and he's able to get it and be like, hey, I got your back. But yeah, so this battle of attrition going into the last couple seconds is great. Just back and forth. There's a great opportunity comes for the Munchkin Muffins. He puts it just over the crossbar. Nothing comes of it. Jared is able to put it back in. And we got 5 seconds now counting down on the clock. It doesn't look good for anybody ending it into regulation.
Oh man, that would have been had it did not hit the floor. He had a couple more seconds.
Overtime number 2 coming up out of 2 games. So these teams are definitely the best of the best, and they're putting their best foot forward into this series, you know. As a great clear comes from the Samurai, a shot comes of it, but Fires is able to get that save. Turbo Alpaca now trying to make a play. 2 players from the Munchkin Muffins commit a great demo play as it's wide open for the Samurai, and Burke's able to slap that one away.
Samurai again coming with these aggressive physical plays to win the game. Game 1, it was a bump, and Burke puts it in. Game 2, it's a demo. Burke again recognizing that play, and he slots it. That's just, they're up 2-0. They're feeling pretty good. If I'm the Cat Cafe right now, I would probably start keeping my eye out for some demos. I thought they played great the whole game up until just that one demo play. That changes so much. Maybe they should start getting aggressive, you know?
Definitely. I mean, if we're looking at the stats too, it's not like there wasn't any sort of offense there for the Samurai. Like, this didn't come out of the blue. You look at the stats line for the Munchkin Muffins, and there are 7 saves accounted for. Godfather Fig with 3, Virus with 3, and Jura with 1. So the shot pressure was there. I mean, MVP Burke, one goal and 4 shots. I mean, the pressure for the Samurai is definitely there, and they're compounding that pressure and just hoping for something to break with the defense of the Munchkin Muffins. And fortunately enough, they were able to break that pressure, or break their defense down with that double commit and then that demo by Turbo Alpaca. So great plays by both teams, but it definitely seems like the more offensive team is Samurai at this point.
What do you think Munchkin Muffins need to win this next game? What do you think they need to get that to bring the series back under control for them?
So Munchkin Muffins have been playing solid. You know, I think that in general, if you're on the Munchkin Muffins, you're just trying to switch up one little thing. You know, tweak one little thing here. Try to come out and break that pressure or break that defense by getting maybe a little bit more of a better of a passing play going for yourselves. It's not to say that your passing plays aren't there, but they weren't as dominant as the Samurais seem to be. As we get into game number 3, though, we have another 5 minutes on the clock, and the Samurai are leading the series 2-0.
Yeah, this, I mean, I already like the offense that's coming from Munchkin Muffins here. It appears that they're taking this lack of offense thing to heart, and they are just full sending it at the net now and at the ball. So this is really, I mean, the Samurai are kind of falling apart here. Look at that! Oh my gosh. I'll let you continue to cast, but this is just crazy.
Just a loss of words. As we have a shot
open.
coming from Godfather Fig, wide open as there's double commit from the defense, and Godfather Fig just slots away that opportunity. Pass by Judah, great pass by the way, but Burke puts it right in the wheelhouse of Godfather Fig, and he slots that one away. But yeah, definitely good look for the Munchkin Muffins in general as they go up 1-0 early in this game. If you notice, neither team has really made any sort of moves here with their lineups, so they're confident in their lineups, and they definitely should be. As Godfather Fig puts on another goal, and it just goes in. Jurda, a great pass here, and he goes up for it. The aerial touch is a beautiful one, and Godfather Fig is just like, oh, I got this all day.
Seems like the Munchkin Muffins figured out that they have another half of the field they could play on. They're just killing it now. Everything is going in. They can do no wrong. It's only been a minute, and they have 5 shots and 2 goals.
Yeah, the Samurai definitely seem to be playing on their heels. They do have 3 saves, and maybe another one opportunity here. Another, ooh, close, goes far down. But they are able to turn it away. They're scrambling here on the defense. If you're a Samurai player, just get it out, make it clear, do something, give your teammates some time to breathe, and reassess your approach here to the game as they do just that. And Burke sends it down the way of the Munchkin Muffins. Byers now putting it back out towards the defensive end of the Samurai. Turbo Alpaca makes it. It's a great bicycle flip challenge here. Burke able to pinch it out in the way, but there just seems to be a much cleaner rotation here for the offensive rotation out of the Munchkin Muffins here, and I think that's what amounted that pressure in the first couple minutes of the game, first minute and 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah, Jorda and Godfather Fig have really stepped up on offense this game, and I think that they definitely, in between matches, they sat down. They're like, okay, we're just gonna have to full send it. We can't just. We're in the finals, you know. Like you can't get away with just, getting by. You have to play. You have to, like that killer instinct, And Samurai Sleepsy here coming in with the killer instinct, getting that goal to bring it back to a 1-goal game.
And can we talk about the communication there that happened? You had 3 players there, but last man back comes up and he's like, no, dude, I got the best shot here. I'm going to be able to take it, and it's going to go in. So great communication on the part of the Samurai as they're able to go and mount another opportunity here for themselves as a weird wonky clear comes out as 2 players touch it here for the Munchkin Muffins. And now Sleepsy's over there to meet it. He does beat out his partner, though. Burke goes flying by the ball. And now you find yourself in another weird defensive situation for the Samurai as they're just like scrambling back to the defensive line. And Jared is able to slot on a shot because of it and fires a fantastic pass. I mean, you couldn't ask for more textbook offense than that.
And it was great. It was in a spot that not even the first guy or front post could get to it, and Jorda just drops it in. Great.
Very good for the Munchkin Muffins in general. You see so much textbook offense coming from it. You got like that 3-step offense is what I like to talk, or what I like to explain it as. Step 1, take possession. You get one guy makes some sort of play. You get that pass off. Step 2, shooters up for it, waiting for the slot. Step 3, just execute. You get that pass off to the second man. The second man's waiting in the slot. He puts it in. 1, 2, 3, bang, 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 and they have done it time and time again, and that's why they find themselves up 3-1.
Yeah, I also want to make a shout out to the third man on Munchkin Muffins. They have been playing so well. They've actually kind of pushed him back a little bit, so he's playing more deep. And that's provided a lot more opportunities to keep them back on offense. It just, they clear the ball out, and the ball ends up right back in their half because they have somebody far enough back to catch that and return it.
Yeah, right, exactly. And that's kind of what I was saying earlier about that great rotation that they seem to have made themselves. As a great shot comes from Sleepsy. Oh my goodness, what an aerial play from Sleepsy as Burke is just able to find him. Goes off the crease, Sleepsy comes up, does a little, you know what, I'm not supposed to be in Contender anymore, put me up to Prospect. That's what that aerial said to me, and you know what, more than deserving, as you do put your team in a better position as you cut their lead in half. You're now at 3-2.
Yeah, Sleepsy has really been a standout player for me this series. And I mean, overall, if Samurai do take it, I would probably put him as my MVP. The guy has just made so many plays and has been there for so many crucial goals. Like the ones this game that have put them back into the match. They were down by 3, and here he is keeping them still competitive.
Yep, Sleepsy does have both of the goals for the Samurai. I don't really necessarily think that it's fair to call an MVP, as we do have a lot more Rocket League to be played. But definitely an outstanding player for sure. There's definitely a lot of outstanding players on this field right now, and I think that's what they find themselves in the finals for. And well-deserved on both ends. You see a lot of defense, a lot of great pressure offense here from both teams, and it's really just who wants it more at this point. If you're Munchkin Muffins, you're going to be trying to put away as many goals and amount as much pressure as you can, because you do find yourself down in the series 2-0. Losing this one is not going to be good for you, so they figured that out early as a shot opportunity comes, but it's missed. Turbo Alpaca tries to put it on. He misses as well, unfortunately for them. If we get to the last 30 seconds, it's not, we can't call it yet. It's still too soon to call it, but this is the must-win game for the Munchkin Muffins, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is one of those, this helps for morale, it helps for momentum in the series, and all they have to do is just hold out for this 10 seconds, and it appears that they have with Godfather Fig and Jetta with these really great time-killing clears, and that's going to hit the floor. That's game 3 to the Munchkin Muffins.
Munchkin Muffins do take game number 3, putting the series to 2-1 now, as a great performance from Jerda there. He slots away 1 goal, 2 assists, and 5 shots. The Munchkin Muffins they have 9 shots total. Just much more offensively played by them, much better played by them, I might add, because they always seem to have somebody in the right spot. They always seem to have somebody in a good position to be transitioning back to defense if they needed to make that defensive man known and potential shot pressure coming on from the Samurai. But I mean, I don't really think that much changes for either team still. I think that both teams are playing well. You're definitely seeing that battle of attrition. I keep calling it like that back and forth headbutting gameplay, and I'm loving it. I love to see it. I mean, this is my tier. Yeah, it's great. I've played all season with these guys, and well deserved on both teams' halves. They're just showing us why they have stepped up and above the rest of the tier, and why they find themselves here.
Oh yeah, I don't want to diminish any of the people's accomplishments and that are in this game. All of them have played really well this season. That's the reason why they're in finals. You don't just get finals just by, doing whatever. And I mean, it's really shown in these games. Like, we got to hang on here from Turbo Alpaca. A player had dropped. Somebody disconnected, I'm guessing. So we're gonna stall the game here and see what's going on. Maybe not.
Looks like players
Okay,
are
cool. All
loading
right.
up.
We're good. All right, everybody's back. Sweet. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this next game plays out with Munchkin Muffins getting that huge momentum boost of no longer, at risk of being on match point. So
Exactly, and you go up 3-0 on the Samurai. You've got so much confidence in you.
that's a wide open net.
Wide open net there for Jurda as the just Samurai defense finds themselves scrambling again. It does seem that defense is a little bit more weaker for them than the Munchkin Muffins, but still, I think you let that one slide. Plenty of game left.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's only one goal. It's like 13 seconds. That's not that bad. You gotta have a short memory sometimes in this game, and I don't know if you've ever played the game and been down like 2 goals, and then you're like, wait, how did anybody score in this game? I don't know if you've ever had that issue. You just forget how goals happen.
Yeah, call it the goldfish brain. Just you take a second, you take the play for what it was at the time, and then you move on. You forget about it, or you don't forget about it, but you use it to your advantage and feel that you're on fire. Munchkin Muffins put it on another shot. Great save.
Can we talk about how he just put that on right there, and then they had it forced a save? Jurda, I cannot believe he even. That was almost a goal on the first touch, but he cleans it up for himself. That was insane.
Definitely good shot angle, and then kudos for the defense for not getting up on it. You had a great goal line save there, but now the Munchkin Muffins do find themselves up 2-0 in this game, and now 3-0 as Fires puts on another shot and another goal in for the Munchkin Muffins.
Yeah, I think they are being given way too much space in the middle third of the field. They've just been beaten up, or I mean, just some whiffs from the Samurai here. If they just clean that up, they could probably come back. They got 4 minutes left still.
Yeah, definitely not anybody in favor in this game. You might favor the Munchkin Muffins a little bit because they're up 3-0, but this is Rocket League. Anything can happen. Plenty of time left in the game, like you said. But the Munchkin Muffins have definitely found their offense with this past couple of games. It's now just the Samurai's turn to come back, adapt, and answer it.
Yeah, I'm curious as to how they do adapt, because this offense is suffocating from the Munchkin Muffins. And now I just realized that's kind of a fun name to say. It's a little alliteration there. But as we see some offense from the Samurai here.
Yep, pass just goes over the crossbar here. Nothing comes of it. Sleepsy's able to get another touch on it, trying to threaten another shot here, but now the defense is now scrambling to get back once again as a great save comes here from Sleepsy, but the goal is now wide open. Nobody's able to put on a shot here from the Munchkin Muffins as Virus puts on a pass here. Nobody's ready for that pass. It does go a little bit wide, and once again the Munchkin Muffins have the dominant pressure here as a clear comes by Burke, and a demo by Burke, I might add. Jurda trying to go up for it. He's unable to get the touch. Sleepsy trying to put on their mechanical prowess in the air, but Virus is able to beat him and put a shot on because of it, and Virus just scores goal number 4.
Yeah, Virus really quick to jump there. That was great reaction time, and that's a great way to read the play. Just snipes it out of the air from him and gets goal number 4.
We've got 4 goals in just over 2 minutes. I believe it's like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So still plenty of game left for the Samurai to turn things around, but definitely need to change something soon and make that adjustment soon, because you guys have been playing on your heels the entire time with clears here and there that do amount to a little bit of pressure here, but something's got to give here, and you guys got to make something happen to make this Munchkin Muffins defense just buckle down and break. But the Munchkin Muffins now find themselves in another offensive possession here. As a pass goes to the midfield, Virus is there waiting for it, and now is unable to put in a shot here. Jirda now is thinking about going up. We got 2 of the Samurai players up. As one does make the touch, Turbo Alpaca is now trying to get another touch here. He's able to get the flick, a great flick over one player, but Jirda's just waiting back in a great third-man position here as he's able to put the counterattack on for the Munchkin Muffins. And the goal is wide open, but Sleepsy's able to put it away for Godfather Fig, can't challenge that. Sleepsy now up the air with it. Virus there to meet him. Virus is unable to make a touch, but Jirda, another banging clear down towards the end of the Samurai.
Yeah, this is now becoming a battle at the midfield. Until I talk, it's now a battle of, Godfather sniping the top right corner from the opposite direction. What a play. Not top right, but still. That's a great shot for the angle he was facing.
Still a very good redirect, yes, definitely a good redirect and another momentum-building shot for the Munchkin Muffins. It's almost like you say, good games, put this one under you and move on, because 5 goals in a minute and a half is definitely a task to any tier of players. So, it's like you say, GG's, you put this one behind you and you move on. That goldfish brain, like we were talking about at the first couple minutes of the game here, is just definitely necessary for the Samurai in this instance.
Yeah, for me, what helps me mentally after games like this, you just kind of use some comedy, some self-deprecating humor, like, wow, it really sucked and blew at this game, but no worries, you got, it's a new game. This is game 4? So game 5 is a whole new game. So no problem. It's basically just a best of 3 at this point after this one.
Yep, definitely. And now you're seeing that battle in the midfield again a little bit more prominently as the pressure now goes in the way of the Munchkin Muffins here, but Sleepsy's able to make some sort of touch of the corner and get it out towards the midfield. Jared is trying to make a touch here, is unable to, but Godfather Fig backs him up. And that's what we're talking about, as a shot goes wide, but is somebody able to slot it away? No, great save by the Samurai player there. But this is more what we were talking about and more what we were expecting from the Munchkin Muffins here as we were going over the stat lines, which is just Jirda and Godfather Fig putting away a lot of offense. Virus coming in clutch, putting away a couple goals here for them as well. It's 5-0 your scoreline as the ball is still up in the air. Finally drops. Munchkin Muffins tie the series up. It is now 2-2. A great performance by the Munchkin Muffins as they take game 4 5-0.
Yeah, they got to be feeling real good right about now. 5-0 in game 4. I would be sitting real pretty. That's got to be, some of those got to be some tilter goals, but like I said, like you've been saying, got to have that goldfish brain. Just like, all right, GG's, new one. Game 5 should be a whole different story. Do you expect this series to go to game 7?
Oh, I'd love it to go to game 7, right? Like, that's every player and every caster's dream, is to be able to cast an energetic game 7. But we'll see as the games slowly unravel and unfold and the story gets told for us here. But the offense of the Munchkin Muffins, just very, very dominant there. I mean, they put away 5 goals off of 9 shots. So definitely a lot of offense coming from the Munchkin Muffins, and what we were expecting from them out of the gates. They're demonstrating their shooting percentage and the way it is so high, and why it is so high rather. But yeah, Munchkin Muffins, don't change anything. Keep it up.
If you had to pick one team to take it all, who would it be?
Now you're putting me in a spot where we're caster cursing somebody. So
Oh, come on, you play in this tier.
I'll bite.
You know who's good.
I will
Well,
bite.
both of
I
them are
will
good, but
say with the pressure that the Munchkin Muffins have and the momentum that they are slowly building, I'm going to say that Munchkin Muffins, if they take this next game, they are definitely a favorite to win the entire series because that will then put them in 3 games consecutively won over the Samurai. So I believe any team can take it, but I believe that with the momentum that the Munchkin Muffins have is definitely in their favor at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would say if Samurai were to come back, they are going to have to do it on the back of Sleepsy and Burke. And some bumps from Turbo Alpaca here and there, but you know, Sleepsy was sleeping those past 2 games. I was missing those. What just happened? Did somebody disconnect or something? Oh no. That's disrespectful. I'm sorry. It just went right under Godfather Fig. That was not what I meant to say. I'm so sorry. I had my camera on the other side of the field, so I couldn't see if he was playing or not. I am so sorry.
It is all good. A little bit of a miscalculation coming there from Godfather Fig as the goal goes in. The Samurai now find themselves up 1-0. But again, just real early goal is going to be great for the Samurai here as they had not slotted away a single goal in the last game in its entirety. So definitely a great momentum breaking play there for the Munchkin Muffin and a great momentum building one from the Samurai. The shot goes wide here from the Munchkin Muffins player, and the Samurai now find themselves in another great offensive position as the shot goes on because of it, but this is unable to go into the net. And we are going through the game here, and it is 4 minutes of play left, just about, and a lot of pressure being seen over here by the Samurai, and solely from the Samurai. A little opportunity here or there from the Munchkin Muffins, but pressure definitely seems to be flipped. As a great shot comes from Jerda, he gets the fake. Oh my goodness, Jerda, you're ridiculous.
Oh no, he hit it all the way out over here. I thought he hit it at the end. I thought he touched it here. That would have been really sick. I saw the idea there, Jarda. It was a good idea. If you did tap it at the end, that would have been legendary. I mean, it's still a really nice shot. Like that's a real tough angle to make. But holy cow! Oh wait a minute. What's this kickoff play?
Kickoff does go in favor of the Samurai. Sleepsy showing off his mechanical prowess here in the air, but nothing comes of it. Sleepsy is now fighting his way back. Burke is going to make a challenge in the midfield, and nobody's going to be able to challenge it for them as they're unable to follow it up. But Turbo now putting a shot or a pass towards the middle of the net. Nobody's able to capitalize off of that opportunity now. Sleepsy in the air with it. 2 Samurai players in the air with it. Got to have a good touch here if you're on the Samurai, but it goes wide. Open net, and it goes wide. You know, it's just ridiculous the opportunities that have been missed in this game, but I mean reasonably so because there's so much pressure on both sides of the thing. You never know who's going to touch the ball and when that play is going to be made, you know. As you saw that fake goal, or that fake touch rather, from Jerda, and it turns into a tight ball game. So it's just there's so much going on right now, and it's ridiculous, and I love it, you know.
Yeah, I think evening up the series has brought back some nerves for both of these teams, and it's kind of starting to show with, you know, some miscalculations with Godfather Fig on that first goal, and then I think that it was Turbo Alpaca. What is with Burke and just getting these goals, man? What a touch! That was a great shot from him. Just put it right behind Fires. He had nothing. He couldn't do anything about it.
Burke slotting away their second goal here in this game, and both goals really impressive goals. You know, like they weren't anything like super special, but they were impressive in the fact that they were able to be made and that they were able to make an impact into the rest of the game. You know, both goals breaking down the Munchkin Muffins pressure and breaking down the Munchkin Muffins momentum here and saying like, hey, we're not out of this yet. We weren't out of it to begin with. This is a style of Rocket League that we're used to playing, and now you have to play around us because we are the Samurai and we are going to try and throw everything at you to take this championship.
You say you're going to have to play their style. What would you describe Samurai's style as? Did you play them at all this season?
Oh yeah, I've played both teams this season, both the Munchkin Muffins and the Samurai, and both are highly offensively minded teams. As a great shot comes on from Burke, but is met with an even better save. But yeah, both highly offensive players, or offensive teams and players, and that's why you're seeing these demo plays. That's why you're seeing the bump plays. That's why you're seeing these passing plays. You know, both really good on their offensive side of of the pitch. But one team just wants it more, and that is Jirda as he ties the game up here. It's 2-2 now, 128 in the game.
It's just these simple defensive mistakes here that are coming through from both teams. I think both teams here kind of want to do away with this game. Whoever takes this one, I haven't really seen the greatest defense. No offense to anybody here, but the past, the other 4 games that we've seen people play, it's been fantastic on both sides. But
the clear
then we
just
get
goes
stuff
in.
like this. This is what I'm saying. Maybe this is one where you're just like, all right, well, whoever wins here, it's just a goofy one. But there's still plenty of games left, plenty of time.
Oh, you definitely want that one back. I mean, a little bit out of position there on the third man, but nothing too major. But because that mispositioning, the goal is able to go in, and the Munchkin Muffins now find themselves up 3-2 in the game as the last final minute of this game ensues. But yeah, see, we're going back to the Samurai. They find themselves comfortable on offense. They're making these plays. A great pass comes, and Burt slots that one away. I can't speak right now because that was an impressive play. Sleepsy's able to get that goal over there, or the pass off to allow the goal over there, rather. And Burke's able to slot away his 3rd goal, I believe, giving him a hat trick. So everybody take these hats off, throw them onto the field. That's a hat trick from Burke.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. It's got to come from Sleepsy and Burke, these goals. No disrespect to the Turbo Alpaca, but Burke seems to be the guy that can sink it, and Sleepsy seems to be the guy who can get the ball there for him to, put it in.
Definitely seem to be like more of a power duo in this game, but in all honesty, I think anybody is liable to pop off. We did see Sleepsy put away some impressive goals in the first couple of wins taken by the Samurai. So, I mean, we are now 3-3, another tie game late into this 5-minute period. We may be finding ourselves in a 3rd overtime in, I believe this is game 5. So in 5 games, 3 overtimes, neither team really wanted to give an inch here.
Yeah, it really is going to come down to these final seconds of who is going to make the defensive mistake that gets capitalized on.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. And the ball does finally touch here, and we get overtime number 3 of the series.
That should be a good one. The pressure is on now. Who gets to be put on match point? Who gets to have that free game? That little bit of... Sleepsy shoots it! Oh my gosh. Just that little bit of, what do I even call it? That parachute game, I should call it. Because, if you mess one up, you still got that little bit.
Yeah, you do have a little bit of a cushion there, right? So, like, if either team takes it, they're definitely in a great position as Sleepsy gets a great dunk, and it finds itself into the back of the net, and the Samurai go up in the series. The Samurai take the game 5. It is now 3-2 in favor of the Samurai. What a dunk, Sleepsy!
Yeah, that was a valiant effort from Godfather Fig. He was put in such an awkward spot by Sleepsy, but that touch coming through with the dunk to send it home to put Samurai on match point. That has got to feel good after not winning for, 15 minutes now since they've, seen themselves on the victory screen. So that has got to feel pretty good. That's got to be a real momentum boost, what's it called? Just morale boost. I think they're slotting in Shogun here for Godfather Fig. How do you think that's going to play out?
We'll see. Time will tell. I believe that either team is able to take this next game still. I think that the battle of attrition is in full force now, as neither team is wanting to give an inch. Neither team is really wanting to walk away here with the 2nd place, and it is showing as the Samurai are able to take that game. Burt gets a hat trick, but can we talk about Sleepsy? I mean, the entire time it's like Burke and Burke Turbo. Sleepsy's like, don't sleep on me. Bang, slots away that great goal there at the last second, bringing it into overtime, or putting away the overtime. So, I mean, just like I said, anybody is liable to pop off at this point.
Yeah, I was really happy with how the Samurai played last game. You got Sleepsy with these really great possession plays to carry it. I mean, he's doing like air dribbles and stuff to get the ball where it needs to be for Burke to shoot it, and then you have Turbo Alpaca filling in where he's needed. As we get into game number, this is number 5, 6, game number 6.
This is game number 6.
Yeah, and what I really would like to see from Munchkin Muffins this game is I would like Fires to step it up again. Him in game 4 was so clean. He was there for everything. He was reading stuff, and I mean, Shogun is kind of a wild card for me. I don't know how he plays, so hopefully he does well this game. But first goal coming through for Turbo Alpaca. He's stepping it up.
Great clear from him. It just goes off of the right wall, a little bit of a misread from the Munchkin Muffins player, and is able to slot that away down in the bottom right corner as Dirta is just unable to make up any sort of ground against it to get that save. So Samurai, they go up early again here in game number 6 and in the series. So, you know, the Samurai historically, at least through this series, when they go and find themselves up early into this game, or into the game, then they are liable to play a lot more offensive, a lot more like, hey, I'm in your face, what are you going to do about it type of gameplay. And you just force this defense over here on the Munchkin Muffin side of things to make those saves, to make those clears. And because of that, the pressure just ends up crumbling. And that's what you see here with these goals that are going in, with these clears and with these passing plays off of the Samurai.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this game goes with a sub. I mean, it's kind of worrying to me when people put in subs, because it shows that they're not happy with how something on the team is working. And I mean, with a sub, they might not be hot. I mean, that brings in a whole new set of issues potentially if you sub someone in instead of solving the ones with the current roster. No disrespect to Shogun or anything, but you know, it does, you know, it may disrupt your play more than it disrupts the other team's play. And it seems like it is working against Munchkin Muffins right now, but hopefully Shogun turns it on in these final 4 minutes.
Yep, so I mean, we talk about substitute, and we can talk about how they impact the game or how they don't impact the game. But in all reality, if a move is to be made, it is made sooner rather than later, as now you have kind of disrupted your chemistry. You know, you don't find the strict rotation that the Munchkin Muffins used to have, and now that rotation has been broken up, the Samurai are just piling on shot after shot after shot, and goal after goal seems to go in their favor. And now the Samurai find themselves in a great position going into what could potentially clinch them a championship.
Yeah, this seems to me... Oh, Turbo seems to be lagging here. So we'll have to see how that plays out. It might be a 2v3 for the rest of the game. So we'll have to see how Samurai hold out for this. But yeah, I think if the time to score, if there ever was one for Munchkin Muffins, it would be now. Get one in.
I don't see the lag affecting him, as he's able to just snipe that one in from his back half of the field. And now the Samurai are up 4-0.
Yeah, this things are looking pretty dire for Munchkin Muffins, but hey, I mean, if they can score 4 in 2 minutes, you can score 5 in 3 minutes. That's not anything to worry about at this moment in time, but he seems to... Okay, people are saying the server's broken. Did we... I don't think we remake. I don't remember the rule for that, because they did score, and it's past the first minute.
Yep, so I could be incorrect on this, but I do believe that because the first minute of play has passed and because there's been so many goals allowed, I'm not sure what the remake rule on this becomes. But if it is standard to how the previous sections of this season have gone, you know, you don't remake, is my understanding of that rule. So I think half a game played, and it's rough.
I think we have one team would definitely want to remake here, and the other one would not. This may be a controversial one. I'm gonna leave this one up to the admins to decide what's gonna happen here. We're letting it go. It's going no remake.
Alright, so from the admin and the streamer himself, we have a no remake call here, as we were pretty well solidified into the game before players started having the issues. So I don't think an asterisk go next to this game either. You know, the Samurai have just been dominant this game. They're finding the clears, they're finding the plays, they're making the plays, and that's why they find themselves up 5-0. I don't necessarily think that it's because of anything in particular lobby-wise. I don't think that it's because you have a substitution now, and so for that exact reason, I think that's why they find themselves up 5-0. You know, it could be a little bit wonky on certain parts of the game with the ping, but I mean that's just Rocket League, you know.
Yeah, I hate to break the bad news to these guys, but yeah, you can't. There's nothing we can do for them. I know Jurt is not very happy with the decision, and I'm sure that the Munchkin Muffins will probably want. Okay. Well, I can't imagine the Munchkin Muffins are too happy with the decision, but you know it happens. You know, if you're having issues, the rules say you have to stay within a minute of the game starting and after or before the first goal. So.
Yep, and man, that first goal was scored in early too. So.
Yep.
Unfortunate for the Munchkin Muffins indeed, as the pressure still just keeps on mounting as another goal goes in by Sleepsy. A great aerial play there by him. And it is now 6-0, final 22 seconds rather, and I'd be willing to say this one is as good as done. Put the nail in the coffin at GG's.
Yeah. That's got to provide a little bit of salt here.
Oh, definitely. I mean, unfortunate turn of events for the Munchkin Muffins as they did play a great series. I mean, they were down 2-0. They brought it back 2-2. And they fought a hell of a battle in Game 5 to bring it into overtime, but they just found themselves losing that one, and the ball is going to touch the ground. And you have the Samurai on top. The Samurai are going to be able to take this series 4-2. They are your champions for the Contender tier. Great games played all around from all parties, and just incredible gameplay. I mean, all players slotting away 2 goals for the Samurai tier, or for the Samurai team. Goodness, like everybody gets a cycle.